Introduce yourself to the pangolin, the most trafficked mammal in the world, which you have most likely never heard of. This timid creature, which is covered in scales and does neither bite nor bark, is being hunted to the point where it is on the verge of extinction. How come? The scales of this animal are utilized in traditional medicine, and the meat of this animal is considered a delicacy in China and Vietnam, where it is fed to the ultra-wealthy. Every year, tens of thousands of animals are stolen. However, what is it in this lowly animal that makes it so valued and so vulnerable? There are 8 different populations of pangolins. All 4 of the pangolin species that are found in Asia, the Chinese, the Sunda, the Indian, and the Philippine, are considered to be in a state of critically endangered status. The ground pangolin, the giant pangolin, the white-bellied pangolin, and the black-bellied pangolin are the 4 species that are still found in Africa, while they are regarded to be threatened. Pangolins from Asia were the primary target of illegal trafficking for a number of years. However, as their population steadily decreased, smugglers moved their attention to pangolins from Africa. It is alarming to see how widespread this situation is. Only 1 week into the month of April 2019, Singapore was able to seize 2 enormous shipments coming from Nigeria. As a whole, there were 28.2 tons of pangolin scales. It is estimated that many more pangolins are lost for everyone that is saved. Due to the fact that they have been held captive for days or even weeks, these lovely creatures are frequently in a deplorable state when they are rescued from illegal wildlife trafficking. They may be exhausted, injured, or under a great deal of stress. Many of them are discovered firmly curled up in fright, having been crammed into cages or bags that are too small for them. The pangolin is a solitary mammal that is primarily active at night. The length of these animals can range from that of a large house cat to more than 4 feet. However, what characterizes them the most? The keratin scales that coat their bodies are extremely strong and are the same protein that is present in our fingernails. In point of fact, pangolins are the only mammals that have scales, and the thickness of their scales accounts for around 20 to 25% of their total body weight. One who rolls up is the meaning of the Malay term pangolin, which is where the word pangolin originates from, and the name is absolutely wonderful. Pangolins do not flee or fight when they are in danger. They simply wait. Instead, they shape themselves into a tight ball, concealing their delicate face and tummy in the process. When it comes to scaling trees, pangolins are experts. They are able to cling to branches by using their powerful tails, which function almost like an additional arm. Because of this, they are able to climb and hang upside down with ease. Because of the strength of their tails, they are able to remain suspended from a tree for an extended period of time. They are excellent diggers, pangolins. Through the use of their powerful front claws, they build underground tunnels that are both deep and convoluted. They are able to rest and remain secure within these burrows, which serve as safe shelters for them. At this point, things start to take a rather strange turn. Despite the fact that they lack teeth, pangolins are nonetheless able to consume ants and termites with remarkable efficiency. How is it? With tongues that can reach lengths of up to 28 inches or 70 centimeters and are often longer than their own bodies, before taking into account the length of the tail. They are entirely immune to the acid stings that ants give out, and they are able to cover their nostrils and ears when they are feeding in order to keep insects out of their body. They use their powerful front claws to rip into termite mounds and ant nests, and then they flick that long, sticky tongue inside to slurp up thousands of insects in a matter of minutes. One pangolin has the ability to consume up to 70 million ants and termites in a single year. Pangolins consume a large quantity of ants and termites, which they enjoy eating tremendously. Insect populations can be kept under control with the use of this measure. In the absence of pangolins, an excessive number of ants and termites might cause harm to plants, trees, and even the crops of farmers. As a result, pangolins play a significant part in maintaining the equilibrium of nature. Mama pangolins are known for their extreme gentleness and protectiveness. In most cases, they only have 1 youngster per year, which is a very small and delicate creature that is born with scales that are soft and translucent. Although these scales increasingly harden within the first 2 days of life, pangolin newborns are still weak and utterly dependent on their moms. This is despite the fact that they are protected by their scaly covering. A newborn will spend the first few months of its life clinging to its mother's tail and following her around wherever she goes. This includes traveling through forests, climbing over logs, and even climbing trees. In order to shield her child from potential harm, the mother uses her body to encircle and protect her child. Even though it is a kind act, there is a tragic turn of events in their story. Even though they have survived for 80 million years, pangolins are currently in danger of being extinct. As of 2019, more than 100,000 pangolins were illegally taken from their natural habitat, making them the most trafficked mammal in the entire world. How come? In many areas, its meat is regarded as a delicacy, and their scales are mistakenly believed to possess medicinal properties, despite the fact that scientific data contradicts this belief. Thankfully, conservation organizations from all over the world are taking action to conserve pangolins before it is too late to do so. It is not as simple as releasing a pangolin immediately after it has been rescued from being used in illegal trade. These delicate animals frequently arrive in a state of weakness, dehydration, or injury, having suffered both physical and emotional trauma. Immediately necessary medical attention and specialized care are provided to pangolins in rescue organizations such as Save Vietnam's Wildlife, the Tiki Highwood Foundation in Zimbabwe, and the African Pangolin Working Group. They receive nutrient-dense diets that are rich in termites and ants, and they are closely checked by wildlife veterinarians. They are housed in cages that are peaceful and resemble forests. Once a pangolin has reached a point where it is strong enough to exist on its own, the most wonderful moment occurs. This recovery process can take weeks or even months to complete. When it is put back into the wild, it is often released in carefully selected forest regions that have abundant food supplies and low intervention from humans. With each release, a little but significant win is achieved in the ongoing global effort to rescue this ancient species that is in risk of extinction.